Hi, Mike Napoleon here with SuperSpeed Golf. Here with one of my good friends, Jason Glass, who trains some of the best players in the world. Jason, a comment we get from a lot of our SuperSpeed users, pretty much for the last 10 years while I've been doing this, is that sometimes when they really start getting aggressive with their swing, they start to feel a little bit out of control and they don't like that, and then they have a hard time translating that to the course. What would be some of the things that you talk about with your players when they're being as aggressive as possible? Because we see tour players out there really letting it rip on Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely. And the faster they want to swing, the more stability and more balance they need in their body. And I always say it's like a race car. If you took an amateur driver and put them in a race car, they wouldn't know how to use it properly. Instead, they're driving like their jalopy, and if they tried to drive it at race car speeds, it'd be dangerous. And they're doing the same thing with their golf game. They're driving way too fast for the structure, stability, and balance in their body.
Yeah, and I think that's something there too. Like with our players that we work with, we're always looking at making kind of a complete program around their speed training. And that tends to involve more than just their overspeed training, even though a lot of people have seen benefit there. I mean, what are some of the things and exercises that you like to do with your players to help work on that, stability and balance in their swing?
Yeah, there's really two parts. There's like some feedback. I want them to have like their nervous system be able to feel when they're getting out of position or feel like when they're getting out of control and be able to recover from it. But I also want the structure of their body to be strong and sound. So by doing some stability work is great, but really it's like the muscles that control the pelvis, the muscles that control the scapula, when you get those working dynamically, so you have strength, but you have stability and you have control. When you have all those things together, now you got an athlete that can pretty much do whatever we want.
Yeah, well, we definitely have seen that as well. And, at SuperSpeed, we're always trying to create the easiest way for people to get better. And in this case, to get better at balance and stability and get it out on the course. And that was really why we developed, our ForceBoard Pro. Having a tool where a player can use that in the gym to work on an unstable surface and work on some balance and stability training, take that out to the tee and work on some ground reaction force drills and really start to apply some of those different feels, and then be able to take that out on the course and work on uneven lies and all kinds of things there. So I know you've played around with our ForceBoard Pro a little bit. What do you think so far?
Well, I love the fact that it's transferable. Like a medicine ball is a great piece for the gym, but it doesn't really work on a driving range, or it doesn't work on the golf course. But this actually can. Being able to take some of the drills that we use in the gym, and I always say like the gym drills should naturally translate into your golf swing. I say that because we have to have that. We have to have like a complex exercise in the gym that translates naturally into the golf swing. This is actually bridging that gap because we're taking a complex exercise, balance, stability work, and then we can actually take it out on the range and hit balls while working on the exact same thing. So it is a direct line.
Yeah, and we're really excited about a lot of the drills that you've helped us develop in the gym with the ForceBoard, where we're doing a lot of single leg unstable surface or dual leg unstable surface, or challenging the nervous system to maintain stability in various positions. I mean, as a golf coach, I'm doing a lot of those same things out on the tee. Maybe we're not just making them balance. Maybe I'm trying to make a golf swing now with getting the timing of a shift to be the right time, or the point of application of ground force being in the right spot on the trail or lead foot. But all of those things, being able to use the same tool for, the first part of that training, and then the applied skill part of the training, and taking it even to the point of being able to hit balls on it. I mean, I think it's going to be a really cool thing for a lot of players.
Well, I think the key is being able to progress and regress based on what your needs are. So I always say to my athletes, when you're working on something that's a challenge, you should have success around 7 out of 10 times. So if you're balancing and you're trying to balance for 15 seconds, let's say, and you can do it 7 times out of 10 successfully, well, then you're right in that challenge range. When you can only do it 3 times, the challenge is too high. And the same thing for your golf game. So if I can adapt the board to match that challenge level of my athlete, now we're talking about a real program that we can move forward, and it can grow with the player as they get better.
Yeah, well, I mean, I completely agree with you. And, in the development of this product, that was something that we were trying to take into consideration because, we have a lot of people using this and they're at all different levels of skill and stability, and everyone's going to be a little bit different. So we wanted to have options for all of those players. I mean, back in my day when I owned my golf academy, I mean, every single player that came through had a dedicated balance and stability program. And we found that there were positive results for all of those players across the board in their game. Speed and power, consistency, being able to get out on the course and hit shots off of uphill and downhill lies. So that was one of the keys when we started to build the different attachments for the force board. It was easy to make it hard. The difficulty was making it easier for a lot of those players who may have some deficiencies in their balance and stability. And that's really why we came up with the smaller green rounds and that red tri-circle, which I think is the one that's really cool for those kind of more beginning players that have a little bit higher deficiency in balance and stability, because that's always something you got to worry about is, you don't ever want somebody to fall or get injured. So having that, it almost has training wheels on it in a little bit. Have you seen that kind of stuff work in the gym too?
Oh, absolutely. And I made the same problem that most of your clients make. As soon as I got this, I took the hardest level and I was like, I got to try this, right? Mm-hmm. And then I had a little bit of success, but I was more in that failure stage until I got used to it. So being able to put those training wheels on, so I can find a little bit more success, get a little bit more confidence. I'm probably going to do more training if I'm confident in enjoying my training and seeing progress than failing. Nobody wants to take a board out of their, and put it on the ground if they're like, oh my God, I got to do this thing that's impossible. No, adapt the board to your level, and that's the key to it.
Yeah, our goal is for this to work for junior athletes, for senior players, for PGA Tour players, and everybody in between. I mean, we wanted to have something for everybody with this, and I really am pretty happy with the way that's all come out. Again, coupled with you and making those protocols, we're really excited about where this project can go, and where people are going to be able to use this in the gym, bring it to the lesson tee, and get those results out on the course. So check out the SuperSpeed Force Board Pro. It's going to help you get more balance and stability in your golf swing.